Hi everybody, this is Mark Lancier. In this episode of The Chase with Upper 90 College, we talk with former English Premier League goalkeeper Shaka Hislop, former national team goalie Tony Meola, mental strategist Trevor Moawad, and future stars of the NWSL and MLS draft.
I don't think I would have turned professional if I hadn't gone to college. I feel during my college years I got the discipline that I absolutely needed to see me through, and certainly as long as I played in the professional ranks. A lot of times in professional football, it's about picking yourself up after after you've been knocked down, so to speak. And the one thing I guess I take and value most from my college experience is that ability to, regardless of what has gone on before, good or bad, to set your own size, your own standards, and maintain those for as long as you have. And that, I think, is a result of having to balance both the athletic activities and the academic activities. It's a fantastic vehicle for your development, regardless of where you want to go or where you see yourself at the end of college. I'll be really honest, when I enrolled at Howard University, I didn't think I'd ever play professional soccer. For me, it was all about, I was good at soccer, I could get a degree out of it, and I saw myself being an engineer at the end of it all. But I decided to go on a trial out in England with Reading FC, a second division club at the time, and the rest, as I say, is history. But for me, it was always about a springboard to something better, be it through my academic achievements, or in the end, as it was, through my athletic ones.
Yeah, for me personally, my experience at the University of Virginia was invaluable. I have a son now that's a sophomore that's going to go to Virginia, and I hear about all these kids going from high school to professional ball, and I'm sure there are kids that can make the transition, but it's hard for me to believe that I could have had the career that I had without that experience at Virginia, not only from a discipline standpoint, the first adventure for me living out of the house, the physical part of it, just maturing as an athlete, and then the responsibility part of learning every day, to be on a schedule, to make sure you're at this class and this lab, and then getting the training, and then getting back to study hall after that, and fitting a meal in while I was doing all of that. And now, of course, they've made that process a lot easier with huge support staffs at these schools. But I can't imagine having gone the rest of my life without having those experiences.
I'm here with Damian Lowe, new draftee for the Seattle Sounders. Damian, you went from Jamaica to Hartford and now to Seattle. You've jumped around quite a bit, but has that helped you develop as a player and as a person?
Yeah, definitely. Different environment, Jamaica for the tropical climate, Hartford, Connecticut, it's freezing weather most of the time. That has helped me to be stronger, and knowing that when I came into Hartford, we had to form an alliance and become a family in order to make the next step to be one of the powerhouses in the America East. I've grown as a leader drastically, and that has helped me, on and off the field.
Sure. Could you see yourself in the same position you are now if you didn't have the college experience as a player and a person?
No, definitely not. Because I was a different type of person. I've learned a lot since I've been at Hartford. Coach Borges has helped me. He believed in me. He gave me the captaincy. And that's a role that isn't easy. It comes with challenges. It comes with your teammates believing in you. And believing in what you have to give to the team. So without Hartford, I doubt I'll be here right now.
What's your feeling right now? Second pick? That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I was hoping I went to Houston, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to be drafted after Crystal, who I've played with for like 5 years now, so it's an amazing feeling. It's a special day.
Did you have a feeling you were going to go on the top 2 picks? And if you did, were you nervous? Were you excited? Were you panicked?
I had an idea, but I wasn't for sure, so I was very nervous. But I mean, all the teams are amazing, and this league is growing so much. So I'm just excited to be here, and then to be able to play in Houston, and my sister lives there. It's incredible. So it's definitely, I can't believe it all happened this way, but I'm very excited.
You played at University of North Carolina, obviously a huge powerhouse in the college game. How do you think your experience there will help you become a professional player?
Yeah, I think last year, especially when we actually won the national championship, that will prepare me for these games. That every single game you're playing, everyone's so good, everyone's the best, and I think also playing in the ACC where everything is so physical will prepare me for this. There's so many talented players in the NWSL, so I think playing at a high level in college will just help me even more.
Yeah, I was able to play small college basketball and soccer at Occidental College, an NCAA Division III school, and the lessons I learned as an athlete and a student, and really trying to manage both of those things, were lessons that I think now as a vice president in a big sports business here at Athletes Performance have been vital to laying the foundation. Being under pressure, having to earn everything that you get. When you get to the college environment, no matter what level you're at, NCAA, NAIA, Division III, Division II, Division I, it's meritocratic, which means you have to earn everything you're going to get. Your family can't give it to you. What you've done in the past doesn't guarantee anything. Everything's based upon what you do now and the habits that you build as a collegiate athlete to allow you to have success. So I think the transition from taking the habits you learned as an athlete and applying those to your business world and your academics are crucial and have laid the foundation for some of the success that I've been able to have as a professional. And I really owe all of that to the opportunity to play college soccer and college basketball at the NCAA Division III level. So I think one of the areas that people don't understand as much, and I think one of the areas that you're getting some exposure to here, is the mindset piece and how important your mind is to your overall performance. And I think you'll hear a lot of times it's 70% or 80%. It's probably not that. More importantly, you have to train physically. You have to make good decisions with the way you sleep. You have to have the technique and the tactics and the skills to play. But it's kind of like a steering wheel for a car. If you think about a steering wheel, you can have a great car, but if the steering wheel doesn't function, it can't get out of the parking lot. Whereas I think if you have that piece functional and you have a good car, then it allows you to go where you want to go. So how you think, the way you talk to yourself internally, you're your own advertising campaign, you're a commercial. So every day you're advertising to yourself, just like Nike's slogan, "Just do it." They stick in your mind and they affect how you're going to operate and who you're going to become. You're always talking to yourself. You have an internal dialogue that affects how you perform. That's one of the things to think about. Think about, how do I communicate with myself? And if I was a coach, would I like playing for myself? The reality is you don't have the option to not play for yourself because you are who you are. But you do control how you communicate with yourself, and how you communicate with yourself affects who you become and the way you perform.